The best espresso machine can set you up for the day with a super smooth hit of concentrated caffeine, without you even having to leave the house. There are all sorts of options out there if you're looking for the best coffee machine, but for many people an espresso maker is the only way to go. Whether you're looking for a fully manual machine requiring maximum barista skills, or a more beginner-friendly option with helpful automation, we're here to help you find your perfect match. If you just want to push a button for your espresso, however, you probably do better with one of the best Nespresso machines. On this page, we've picked out 10 of the best espresso machines from big names, including DeLonghi, Gadget, and Breville, as well as a few picks from brands you might not know, with options for most budgets. Each one has been tested extensively by one of our expert reviewers, and will alert you to both their good and bad points, as well as directing you to the best prices online. Each machine has its own strengths and weaknesses, but they're all capable of making really good espresso. To help you find the right model, we've listed the top 5 best espresso machine 2024 and their key features, plus the things you need to consider to help you choose the best one for you. And as always, you can check pricing for any of these products in the description below. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's get started. Number 5. Breville the Barista Touch and Press. There's a bit of an expectation when it comes to espresso machines that if you want the absolute best results, you need to learn the ways of the barista. However, the Breville the Barista Touch and Press, sold in the UK as the Sage the Barista Touch and Press, is one mighty exception to this rule. And right now, we think it's the best espresso machine you can get. It's Breville's most advanced, fully automated espresso maker, and granted, it'll cost you a lot more than a manual machine, but we think the results are well worth it. In short, it automatically takes care of all the most difficult aspects of using a manual coffee machine. It combines features from our previous top pick, the Barista Express Impress, such as the compact integrated grinder, assisted tamping and auto-dosing, with the Barista Touch's touchscreen and automatic milk frothing, to make a brilliantly user-friendly and surprisingly compact espresso machine that gives incredible results every time. Our reviewers spent 2 months testing the Barista Touch and Press and came away suitably, well, impressed. For novices, it'll automatically take care of the entire process, as well as enabling you to save your favorite settings for instant access. While those with barista skills will find it easy to take more control of the process to achieve better results. You may find it harder than you'd expect to best the Barista Touch Impress's own output, though. Number 4. DeLonghi Dedica Style EC685. Let's say that what you want from the best espresso machine is the ability to experiment with tamping the coffee and dispensing the water, but you're on a tight budget. In that case, the DeLonghi Dedica Style is one of this category's more affordable espresso machines. The Dedica Style is simple to use. It takes ESE pods or ground coffee, which means you can use it to make decaf coffee. On test, it created an intense espresso with a stable crema. It can brew 2 single espressos simultaneously, but placing 2 cups under the spout on such a compact machine proved tricky. We were disappointed that the machine couldn't make espresso straight after steaming milk. So if you're planning to make several coffees with milk, you'll need to brew all of the espressos before starting on the milk-based drinks. We also experienced some dripping after we poured espresso. The DeLonghi Dedica Style EC685 is so compact and subtle it's barely noticeable on your counter, but it makes smooth coffee, as well as steam and froth milk, or even just dispense hot water. We found it easy to make delicious espressos and cappuccinos, but serious coffee fans might want extra customization options. Number 3. Seattle Coffee Gear Deletta Bello. The Seattle Coffee Gear Deletta Bello is a new winner of our Best Premium Espresso Maker recommendation. It's expensive, which is why we don't recommend it for everybody, but it's very impressive. The Seattle Coffee Gear Deletta Bello isn't available in the UK. We'd recommend instead the Sage the Barista Touch Impressed number 1. It may not be fully manual like the Deletta Bello, but the results are well worth the investment. There are no program buttons here to push, no dials for accessing presets. This is a next-level espresso machine. Not quite an industrial-grade one that you'd expect to see in a coffee shop, but more elevated than that automatic one you've got at home. Most of the things you do on this espresso machine are manual. Want your shot at espresso? You have to operate a lever and know when to stop the pour. Want frothy milk? You have to get used to turning a knob all the way, then quickly shutting it down before your froth spills over. If you're looking for an espresso machine that does everything for you with a single touch while you're still rubbing the sleep from your eyes, this definitely isn't the machine for you. But if you care about the craft of coffee and want manual controls so you can get your coffee just so, there's a lot to love. Not least a price tag that comes in below many other high-quality manual machines. The learning curve is pretty steep. It'll take a day or so before you really get the hang of it, but the coffee is pretty much perfect. Number 2. Smeg ECF02 Espresso Maker. If you want an entry-level manual espresso machine that looks great on your countertop without compromising on the quality of your brew, the Smeg ECF02 is well worth investigating. It's an upgrade to the Smeg ECF01 that looks very similar, but features an upgraded steam wand, as well as offering 2 extra espresso options, enabling you to choose between 4 sizes. The big appeal for many is going to be its striking retro looks and choice of 6 color options. However, it's no slouch when it comes to producing a rich cup of espresso. It's compact and easy to use with a 4-button design that won't take long to master. Although complete novices will need to take time to learn the best way to load its weighty portafilter in order to get a great-tasting cup of espresso. The new steam wand is an improvement on the ECF01's, but still a little on the short side. As well as frothing your milk, you can ask it to deliver hot water. But at 155 F/70 C, you wouldn't want to use it to make a cup of tea. The Smeg ECF02 is easy to keep clean on a daily basis, and it will alert you when it's time to descale. There's no doubt here that you're paying a premium for its looks, but in our review, we found that it performed well, heating up quickly and delivering great coffee after a bit of trial and error. More experienced users may find they need more advanced features though. Number 1. Gadget Classic. The Gadget Classic was our number 1 espresso maker in 2021 and 2022, but it has since been knocked off its perch to make way for new machines. Whilst we do still think that it is one of the best espresso machines, it is a little older than some of the others that we now feature in this guide, but it's still a great choice. Gadget says it will produce a shot of coffee with a thick crema without experimenting with the coffee grind size, making it ideal for those who want to learn how to use an espresso machine before attempting to play barista. It also offers complete manual control over how much water is dispensed, allowing you to create the volume of coffee you want. On test, we were impressed that the coffee was rich and intense. With all 3 filters, it had a stable crema that reformed when we sprinkled sugar on top. The built-in steam wand ensures you can make milk-based coffee drinks too. The Gadget Classic is an expensive but easy-to-use espresso machine, suitable for novices and those who like to reach barista level. It comes with a range of filters and lets you customize the strength and volume of coffee too. We found it brewed rich, intense espresso, and with the steam wand, it was easy to texturize milk too.